Dick Smith, number 35 in the Wins 850. A very cheap class of racing and a very close contest indeed. Alongside him, number 45 is Patrick Quinn, and on the outside of the front row in the auto-steer car is Ian Averill. On the second row we've got John Lawler and John Kane, and then we have Tom Kinsler, Big Tom, Ed O'Connor, who is the son of a great novice in a very good position there on the third row, number 61, alongside his father, Seamus O'Connor. They're about to go any moment now, 10 laps of excitement, the little front-wheel drive minis, and alongside me will be Brian Chooch.
And a good start there from Pat Quinn from the centre position. He will pull over to the inside now and try and hold the inside line of Shell. All bunched together. Averill on the outside trying the long way round. Quinn gives him a little lean there to keep him out. And it's Pat Quinn first from Ian Averill in second.
And Dick Smith in third place. Coleman not making such a good start. They're all cleanly through Shell. And up they come. And there's Dick Smith in the Wins car in third place. A little bit of sorting out. We see Tom Kinsler in amongst that bunch. But it's Ian Averill and hits the front. Ian Averill leads down into Duckham's. And going very wide indeed, Pat Quinn. Still we have Dick Smith in third. They're getting very sideways indeed. In fact, nearly lost at that time, but it's still Averill, and they're absolutely side by side. Dick Smith now, having made up a lot of ground on that lap, going for second place and getting up into second place. And I think it was number 41 also coming through there, John Kane, but he hasn't quite made it. He's still in fourth place. But Dick Smith making good progress, and now he's definitely going to be a threat shortly to Ian Averill.
This race is very, very important to Dick Smith for the overall speed championship of the year in Ireland, the Sexton Trophy. He must win this race because he's vying with the leader of the Formula VW class, Paul Diviney, for the lead in the Sexton Championship, and he needs the points from this race. He's going to have to displace Ian Averill. He's going to have to harry and sit there and get over the line first to gain maximum points. Averill, very well experienced, the runner-up last year in the Mini 850 class, seems to be much quicker to Esso. A lot of understeer there, overdid a little, and Dick Smith now moving in closer for the kill, I think. If he keeps it up at that at Esso, he's holding the centre of the road here coming up to Dunlop, which is the tight hairpin. There you see Dick on the outside using the wide line. He should be able to come out right on his bumper.
Still John Kane in fourth place. These first four breaking away a fraction from the rest of the field. But Averill now in a very threatened position. Look at Dick Smith is getting a tow from Ian Averill as they come down into Shell this time. Dick Smith on the outside, and has he got enough ground to pull across? I don't think so. He's still going to have to slot back into second place. A great battle, and John Kane right out on the grass that time. Great battle for the first four places.
Yes, Pat Quinn there held his inside line and kept John Kane out on the outside. Another thing missing from these cars, they do not have what they have in the GTs, which is a limited slip differential, which gives you drive on both wheels. Standard gearboxes, so once you lift an inside wheel, it's spinning, you've only drive on the outside. So to take the long way around in at these tight bends of Mondello is a very brave manoeuvre indeed.
And another person to watch, number 55, moving in John Kane's tail, is Seamus O'Connor in the Bitwick 55 Mini there. Very smoky-looking machine, but it's in fifth place at the moment, and he seems to be catching this leading group. Averill has pulled away a little bit this time. He's very much on the inside line into Dunlop. Smith's approach and exit will probably be a little bit quicker, and he comes alongside him this time as they drag down the hill, but he's tucking back into the slipstream. And it seems only a matter of time that Dick Smith can get the lead here. Seamus O'Connor going through there in fifth place. Smith once again on the outside. Averill on the inside. Averill has done more 850 races, and Smith gets him. Surely Dick Smith must have him. Averill is on the inside for the left-hander, but Dick Smith seems to be in front. And with a beautiful manoeuvre. He came in very late to Shell, had a quicker line out of it, and now takes the lead.
Yes, very, very well indeed, considering that the next one, BOAC, is the left-hander, and it's a brave man then that will go around the outside of that one. Good clean driving from Ian, though. He let him have a room, just about enough room, but he's got the lead. But I don't think Ian's race is over yet. He's still hanging in there, and he's going to chase Dick all the way to the line.
Well, Dick Smith seems to be pulling out a little bit. He's got the added incentive, of course, of this Sexton Championship, a very prestigious championship throughout the year, contested at all the hill climbs and all the race meetings throughout the south of Ireland, indeed a few in the north in recent years. But there's Dick Smith now, leading for the first time into Dunlop, and number 45 also looking a bit threatening, trying to come up into second place, Pat Quinn.
Yes, Pat, a very experienced driver in minis. Hasn't driven much this year. Loaned the car to a friend of his for last week's Phoenix Park Motor Racing Festival and actually won the race. He's having a go there now, and they almost touch. Very, very late on the brakes there, Pat Quinn. Oh, and John Kane having a go for Ian Averill. Ian Averill could find himself in fourth place very quick if he's not...
So, Pat Quinn moves up to second. Averill's going to have a go again around the outside, and that's a brave manoeuvre around the outside in Duckham's, but I think he's got away with it, and he really seems to be a quick little car in a straight line, and he's all! Number 45, Patrick Quinn, throws it away in the biggest possible way. He's getting bogged down there, I think, in the dirt, and he may not be able to get out of there.
No, that's one of the fastest parts on the circuit. You're flat on top coming to what they call the kink, and you take third gear, and as I said before, without the slicks, he's trying to go around the outside. You just don't have the grip, and when the little minis get away and you can see the speed, actually when you get onto the grass you begin to move faster. It's wet and soggy there, so unfortunately Pat's race is over. He's bogged down. So we have 41 there now. John Kane up on the back of Ian Averill, and as you said, we have Seamus O'Connor there really trying at John Kane's bootlet in number 55, and the silver car in the background is John Lawler.
Well, John Lawler's not that far out of touch either, so the leader may be streaking away at half distance here, but Ian Averill is who's done more 850 races than anybody else in this formula, and probably one more also, never having won the championship. That's always eluded him. But Ian Averill now having a very fraught situation indeed building up behind him. But he does seem to have the superior straight line speed down this back straight, and the hauls away an enormous distance that time. O'Connor's gone. Seamus O'Connor does it in the same place. And is he going to park and get bogged in, as we saw Pat Quinn earlier? Not a very safe place to leave your motor car.
No, I think he tried hard. You can see the wheels spinning there to keep the engine running. It's just cut out on him, and it's very hard to get these little 850 minis started once they cut out. They're running so hot. But I think at the moment Dick Smith seems to have a good lead, what's known as an easy run in the Mini 850 race. Ian Averill is still under pressure from number 41, John Kane. Now Dick Smith's coming up to lap a back marker. Maybe this could slow him down a bit and give Averill a chance to catch him up.
Well, the back marker, I think, fairly well aware of the situation. Is it Pat Quinn? Has he got going again? It could well be Pat Quinn who's got out again. It looks like his colour scheme. Yes, I think it is. 45, Pat Quinn, who now is a whole lap down and, of course, well out of the results, but will be a very quick runner and will probably enjoy holding on or trying to hold on to the leader. So there's our race leader, number 35, Dick Smith. A very important day indeed it is for him. If he can hold on to that, he's going to get maximum points towards the Sexton Championship. He's retired in 1981, but came back and has been very successful ever since. Ex-hot rod man. In 1982, he had 3 wins here at Mondello. And in 1983, he in fact has already tied up this championship, the Austin Rover Championship, for 850 minis. This, of course, particular race being sponsored by Champion. And there we see in second place, number 34, disregard Pat Quinn, number 45, who looks to be running in second place on the road. He, in fact, is a lap down. In second place, really, is the auto-steer car there of Ian Averill. And in third place, behind that, John Kane.
Yes, John Kane seems to have lost a lot of ground. He was under no pressure from John Lawler, but he seems to have lost a lot of ground to Averill. As I said, Averill I don't think will give up till the very last lap. He's got himself that 4 or 5 car break that he can relax a bit. Disregard number 45, as Alan said, and I'm sure Pat Quinn, if Averill catches him, will let him by to have a go at the leader, Dick Smith. Dick has been very cautious there at Duckham's, holding a very tight line. Brakes well, brakes early, is slow in and fast out is the rule. A little bit of smoke coming from Dick Smith's car. Maybe it's just on the overrun, but let's hope he's got no problems under the bonnet.
Well, normally, if you saw that sort of smoke in a racing car, you'd get very worried. But in the little 850 minutes, they seem to run them a bit smoky at times, and doesn't seem to affect their performance. Ian Averill then in second place still, 34 years old, from Sutton. He's been racing since 1969, raced in U2 Clubman's cars before he joined the 850 Brigade, and indeed was one of the founder members of this very popular and cheap form of motor racing here at Mondello Park.
Yes, Dick is part of a team. They call themselves Fortune Racing, who are the agents, Fortune Company, agents for Wins, the oil additive here. And the three minis are immaculate. They all painted in the same colours, so it's a commentator's nightmare when they're running together. Only the numbers being different. The Fortune Racing banner on the windscreen, the whole lot, they don't have the driver's name. Number 41 there, John Kane, still holding on to third place. There's Dick Smith, nice wide line of Duckham's, tied in around. And there's Pat Quinn having a big long throw. Now he's let Averill up into second place, so maybe Averill's coming back with a second wind at this time of the race.
The other Wins mini, of course, belonging to Stuart Cosgrave, the circuit director, normally very much in the hunt, but way down the field today, so he must be in big problems this weekend. Stuart, in fact, at the moment in sixth place. There's our race leader coming up into Dunlop over the rise. Very tricky corner because you can't actually see the braking distance, and going inside John Kane, going inside Pat Quinn there. Of course, it's not a dice that counts. The leader goes on to his last lap, and he will be a very relieved man because he knows that this is going to give him maximum points to that big championship win, possibly the Sexton Championship. But that will all be decided in another race.
Good driving there by Pat Quinn. He's letting the first, second and third men through. He knows he's not in contention for the place. He's enjoying his race. He's enjoying that, what they're known as having a throw, which is getting the car at all sort of angles. But plenty of room there for John Kane to get safely up into third place. Averill closing now, ever so slightly, but it's only a very short distance. Three more corners, Bardall, Castrol and Dunlop, and then down the home straight for Dick Smith in the Wins Mini.
And the other man, of course, in it still is John Lawler, number 99 in fourth place. But Dick Smith just getting the car nicely lined up for Bardall. Flat out corner in the little 850 Mini. Up the straight for the last time, over the brow, bang on the brakes, down through the gearbox, throwing the little car in. Front-wheel drive, of course, different technique altogether to a rear-wheel drive motor car. And down he comes, and that very welcome sight of the checkered flag is waiting for him. Dick Smith takes it. Ian Averill comes across the line now in second place. Then it's John Kane in third, and finally